Hello, writers. We have made it to publishing week this week. So, all week long, up until Friday with our author visit, we're going to be working to publish our narratives that have been inspired by Bruce Coville's My Teacher is an Alien. So, when we think about that writing process, we have already planned, we have already drafted, we have already revised. What we're going to do this week is a combination of publishing while we edit. So, as you were working on your stories this week, please pay attention to this checklist because we are going to be needing to go through all of this information to make sure that your spelling, your grammar is where it should be. So this is a checklist, and I would like you to be able to check everything off. Did you keep the same narrator? You didn't flip from I to she as the narrator. Do your verbs agree with your nouns and pronouns? I go, she goes, they're going. Your verb tense is consistent. You're not flipping it around all over. Sentence fragments. Sentences are going to be a really big one that I want you to focus on. So definitely pay attention to this. No sentence fragments, no run-on sentences. I've seen a couple of stories that are one big sentence. Make sure you're putting periods in there. And the sentences are varied in type. They shouldn't all be long sentences or they shouldn't all be short sentences. You should have a combination. Punctuation to go with those sentences. Every sentence ends with punctuation. Word lists, you don't have to worry about that because this isn't information writing. Direct quotations are set up correctly. If you're not sure how to set up quotations, we have a mentor text that we have been reading. So if you have quotes in your book, open up a page of My Teacher is an Alien, see how he sets up his quotes, and then make sure you're using apostrophes where needed. Capitalization. By fifth grade, we know that every sentence starts with a capital. We also know that names of places, of people, of things, those start with capitals. Major words in titles, so on your book cover, capitalized, right? And the word I is capitalized. In fifth grade, we know that. And then in spelling, you are on a computer, so you have the luxury of spell check. So make sure you have spelled everything correctly. Homonyms, that means like there, and there. Are you using the right there? That type of stuff. So I really want you to pay attention from sentence structure on down. Make sure you go through and you check those pieces of information off. So we are going to be using Book Creator this week. This morning, I sent you Tuesday morning, I sent you a link. Everybody got a message with a link. Copy and paste your link into the internet. That's going to bring you right to your Alien Story library. Notice that once you're in there, you don't have to log in again. So once you're in there, your book should be right there once you start creating. Now, in order to create, you're going to select New Book. When you get to New Book, you're going to have a bunch of options. I need you to pick something from the top because we didn't write comics. So you shouldn't be setting this up like a comic. We wrote short stories. So make sure you choose one of the options from the top. Once you choose, you've got a book cover that you're able to start. You've got arrows left and right. And this plus sign is going to be your best friend because what this does is gives you all sorts of options for how to get words on there, how to get pictures on there, how to get writing on there. You can even record your voice on there to have it be a read aloud. So that plus sign is going to be your best friend. Once you have opened your book, the time is yours to keep writing. If you catch us live in class this week, we are using class time to work on these stories. So I'm going to be keeping all these grading criteria up during class so you can pay attention to that as you're working because this is how I'm grading you. So that's something important to pay attention to. For the rest of the week, your independent work is just to work on your story. They're going to be due at the end of the day on Thursday. And then, of course, you'll have to get your 30 minutes of wide reading in there as well. So that's what we're going to be working on all week. So this lesson right now, this is your Tuesday live lesson, your Wednesday live lesson, and your Thursday live lesson. Stories are due on Thursday. I cannot wait to see these final copies. Happy writing.